Like all regular people I grew up with in the heartland, JD studied at Yale, had his career funded by Silicon Valley billionaires, and then wrote a bestseller trashing that community. Come on! That's not what middle America is. And I got to tell you, I can't wait to debate the guy. That is, if he's willing to get off the couch and show up. So, you see what I did there?
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has been officially named as Kamala Harris's running mate in the 2024 election. Over an hour after sources leaked her choice, Harris confirmed the pick with a text to voters. She called Walz a battle-tested leader and said he had an incredible track record of getting things done for Minnesota families. "It's personal," Harris said in an Instagram post, adding, "One of the things that stood out to me about Tim is how his convictions on fighting for middle-class families run deep." Republicans have condemned Walz, with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis describing him and Harris as the most left-wing ticket in American history. Trump's son, Don Jr.'s immediate reaction was a simple yikes. The announcement that 60-year-old Walz had beaten the favorite, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, came after days of speculation. Walz emerged as a dark horse in the VP nominee pool, which included Senator Mark Kelly, Kentucky Governor Andy Bashear, as well as the favorite, Governor Shapiro. The 60-year-old veteran and former teacher, as well as gun owner, unseated a 6-term Republican congressman in 2006, being re-elected 5 times before becoming governor in 2019. Walz represents a blue state and is seen as a progressive on a number of major issues. His state was also the scene of widespread unrest in 2020 and the riots following the murder of George Floyd. But his folksy charm was seen by some as a plus, who could boost the Democrats' support in the Midwest. Recent polling by NPR and PBS found that only 17% of Americans have a favorable view of Walz. 12% have an unfavorable view, and 71% said they had never heard of him. Josh Shapiro was seen as the favorite, while his centrist policies have had bipartisan appeal, gaining him support among moderates and some Republicans. He also represents Pennsylvania, a key Rust Belt swing state, which is crucial for the Democrats if they are to retain the White House. But his pro-Israel stance was seen by some as a problem for the Harris campaign. The Israel-Hamas war became a political flashpoint for Joe Biden, losing him much of the Democrats' progressive vote before he dropped out of the 2024 race.
I stand before you today to proudly announce I am now officially the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. Our campaign is not just a fight against Donald Trump. Our campaign, this campaign, is a fight for the future. Since the day that I announced my candidacy, I set out to find a partner who can help build this brighter future. So, Pennsylvania, I'm here today because I found such a leader. Governor Tim Walz of the great state of Minnesota. Welcome the next Vice President of the United States, Tim Walz.
Wow. Thank you, Philadelphia. Thank you, Madam Vice President, for the trust you put in me, but maybe more so Thank you for bringing back the joy. I'm thrilled to be on this journey with you and Doug, this incredible journey. I couldn't be prouder to be on this ticket and to help Vice President Harris become what we all know is very, very good for us to think about. Next President of the United States of America. 2006, I took a leap and I ran for Congress. And because high school teachers are super optimistic, I was running in a district that had one Democrat since 1892. Well, my neighbors graced me with an opportunity to represent them in the United States House of Representatives. I'm proud of the work we did there together. I worked across the aisle on veterans issues, on agriculture, and on ways to grow rural economies. I took it to Congress and to the state capitol, and now Vice President Harris and I are running to take those very values to the White House. Donald Trump sees the world a little differently than us. First of all, he doesn't know the first thing about service. He doesn't have time for it because he's too busy serving himself. Again and again and again, Trump weakens our economy to strengthen his own hand. He mocks our laws. He sows chaos and division. And that's to say nothing of his record as president. Well, Donald Trump would damn sure take us backwards. Let's be clear about that. And don't believe him when he plays dumb. He knows exactly what Project 2025 will do to restrict our freedoms. And I got to tell you, his running mate shares his dangerous and backward agenda for this country. So we got 91 days. My God, that's easy. We'll sleep when we're dead. Over those next 91 days and every day in the White House, I'll have Vice President Harris's back. Every single day. And we'll have yours. You know how this works. We can't do it alone. We need you, each and every one of you. Go over to KamalaHarris.com, get on board, because we need you. Freedom to make our own choices. She believes in the opportunity for every single person to join the middle class. She believes in the promise of America. We just got to fight. We just got to fight. Because as soon-to-be President Harris says, when we fight, we win. Thank you, Philadelphia. Thank you, Vice President. God bless America.